Today we are conducting experiment on heat exchangers. We in theory part we already studied that there are many types of heat exchangers, but in your HT lab we are having experiment on two types of heat exchanger. One is parallel flow heat exchanger and another one is counter flow heat exchanger. In the theory part we already studied that a parallel flow heat exchanger is one in which both the hot fluid and the cold fluid flows in same direction. Today we are conducting experiment on parallel flow heat exchanger. A parallel flow heat exchanger is one in which both the hot fluid and the cold fluid flows in same direction. Here in this experiment we are having four thermocouples. You can see here the four thermocouples, one to measure the inlet temperature of hot fluid. The thermocouple 4, thermocouple 3. This one is thermocouple 3 which measures the inlet temperature of the hot fluid. Thermocouple 4 which measures the outlet temperature of the hot water. Thermocouple 1 which measures the water inlet temperature of cold fluid, and thermocouple 2 to measure the temperature of the cold water at the outlet. Since it is a parallel flow heat exchanger, both the hot water and the cold water flows in same direction. Here we are making use of a geyser which heats water and supplies the hot water. The hot water flows from left to right. And we arranged the walls here. Here there are two walls. By using these two walls, we can arrange the experiment for both the counter flow and parallel flow direction. Here we arranged the experiment, the device for parallel flow heat exchanger. Here the cold water enters and the cold water comes out of the heat exchanger. Both the cold water and the hot water flows in the same direction. Here the hot water flows through the inner tube and the cold water flows through the outer annulus. And the heat exchanger is surrounded with the insulating material, so that the exchange of heat takes place only between the cold water and hot water. We are having two rotometers to control the flow of the cold water and hot water. Here both of them are controlled for 1 liter, means we are flowing in water of 1 liter per hour, minute for LPM. Okay, 1 liter of water is supplied for every 1 minute. And we can measure 4 temperatures. Here you can see 1 is for water inlet, 2 is for water outlet, 3 is for hot water inlet, and 4 is for hot water outlet. We can take 4 readings. Cold water temperatures 1 and 2. 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 for the hot water inlet and outlet. Okay. Since it is a parallel flow heat exchanger, the one gives the inlet temperature of outlet temperature of the cold water. Thermocouple 2 gives the inlet temperature of the cold water. Thermocouple 3 gives the inlet temperature of the hot water, and thermocouple 4 gives the outlet temperature of the hot water. These are the 4 readings that we need to take. Once we have taken 4 temperature readings, we can calculate the logarithmic mean temperature difference. Since we know all the 4 temperatures, formula for logarithmic mean temperature difference you already studied in theory part, and if you are not remembering, you can go through the data handbook, where he has given the equations for both parallel flow and counter flow. Measure, calculate the logarithmic mean temperature difference. And the heat transfer for an heat exchanger is given by Q is equals to U into A into delta T, where delta T is LMTD value, A is surface area of the heat exchanger, Don't confuse, it is not cross-sectional area, it is surface area that you need to consider. The surface area can be calculated using pi dl, the equation pi dl. And Q can be calculated using the equation m into Cp into temperature difference of the either inlet water or outlet water. Since it is completely insulated, the heat which is released by the hot water is completely absorbed by the cold water. Either you can consider the temperature difference of the cold water or temperature difference of the hot water. Cp of the water is known, 4187 joules per kg degree Kelvin. It is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of any substance through 1 degree Celsius. And mass of the water can be calculated because 1 liter of water is supplied. We know the volume of the water using the relation between volume, density and mass. We can find mass of the water. Once we find mass of the water, we know specific heat of the water, we can find heat exchange which takes place between cold and hot water. Once we came to know what is the heat exchange, already we calculated logarithmic mean temperature difference. Surface area can be calculated. The diameter of the pipe is given in the manual. Then we can find out overall heat transfer coefficient, which is the aim of our experiment.